What's going on, LA? How you doing today? I'm Golden Boy, your host, and we are going to have a good time. Second day of action here at the Call of Duty League Championship. And let's go ahead and get right into the action and bring out your first team from the Lone Star State. You know them, you love them. It's the Dallas Empire.
It's all on Insight, and he's done! Empire! Well, no, they were ready for attacks this time, and Shotzzy putting them on skates! 3, 1 up play for the Chow, and ailLLey! Shotzzy over the top, the slide, and that's the movement. Seconds left, Sky tries to jump it, but it's Vivid who bounces back here. Let's go!
And here they come. Welcome to the stage, the Dallas Empire. No love lost with this crowd. But there's one thing for certain, the Empire are playing right into it here to defend their championship. Most importantly, get a back-to-back Call of Duty League Championship title. How historic that would be, and could this be the roster to make it happen? It's a question that we're all asking ourselves here today. You got Shotzzy, this guy's won championships in Halo. He's won championships in Call of Duty. You got Vivid as well as the one and only, everyone's favorite player. Give it up for Crimsix, am I right, guys? But now, it is time to welcome their opponents taking the stage for the first time here at the Call of Duty League Championship. It is the Toronto Ultra.
These are cheap friends these days. I don't put my trust in no one but the teammates. Boogle no taking no recess, no beaches, the THC till we make it proper. Kim is to be the best and feed the
10
best.
seconds left, nades are up and about. Bounce gets the kill, walk it out, so movement on Kenny. Kenny, he's able to play his life. So much, but Dax from Toronto all 5 in a row. Why is PaulEhx still alive? Why has no one killed it? Insight now to save the day. There it is. The trap's still set for the kill box. They can't get out right now. They go to the other side. Insight there with an easy 6.
To be the best and feed the rest. Cause need a little bit of knowledge.
Taking the stage for the first time here at the Galen Center, it is the Toronto Ultra! Finishing second in the regular season, just behind the Atlanta FaZe. Toronto coming off of that crushing defeat at Stage 5, looking to right their wrongs here in Los Angeles. Look for Insight to be the difference maker for this team, and ever since his arrival to the Ultra, he has been an X factor for the Canadian squad. But now it is time to get ready for the action. Your roster, Bence, Cammy, CleanX, and Insight. This is going to be a clash for the ages. But folks, here in the Galen Center, are you ready? That's what I like to hear. Let's send it over to your casters, the one and only Maven and Merc.
Thank you, Golden Boy. How you doing, pal? I'm excited for this. I think after Major 4, I said I would cast this matchup every single time it happens because it's been insane. I'm with Crimsix. What's he got going on?
Boom, boom.
I love that.
Dude.
That's amazing. What did he say to call him after day 1? It was
Babyface Porter.
BFP?
Yeah, BFP. BFP.
I'm with it.
Why not? I just find it funny because everybody's rooting for Ultra in here. Because I know there's a lot of OpTic fans booing Grim.
They've just been shit
when
on
Ultra
all year.
have just destroyed them, which is crazy to me. But yeah. I get it, I understand. Bubbles, as you said, it should be a great match.
It's like, what do you hate more, them or Crim, I guess, depending on how it's gone.
Just flip a coin?
Yeah, no, it might be the case. But let's get into our Game Fuel keys to victory, as we're going to start off with Toronto Ultra and go through how they're going to take this matchup, how it will get done. Joe, take me through it.
Well, you got to get better at Search and Destroy, right? 1 and 3 at the Major 5. 5 final. You need them to bounce back. And, well, you're looking at your submachine guns. The first 4 maps 1 through 4, that duo was +10. That's Bans and CleanX. After that, -49.
Yikes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Then show some improvements on Checkmate and Raid Hardpoint. They're 6-1 on Garrison throughout Stage 5. That is, in my mind, going to be on almost every single match. 4 and 6 throughout Stage 5 on those other 2. That is where they need to improve to win a championship.
And I know we kind of left it off there because everyone kind of, the big glaring issue, can you bounce back from maybe the biggest collapse in the history of Call of Duty?
Well, the good thing is you have a tournament 2 weeks later and it's a bigger one, right? So that's really the message that I would have to the squad. Forget about it. It's done. We got top 2. We saw how good we can be. We have to focus on this.
Well, now the game field keys to victory for Dallas Empire as they made it look easy yesterday and one of the faster 3-0s you'll see.
Well, Vivid has been just a difference maker in the last 2 wins versus Ultra. In the wins in Search and Destroy, a 1.46. In the Control, a 1.38. Look for that Vivid versus CleanX battle. It should be a fun one. And then Crim and iLLeY, what I loved yesterday is they're starting to find the balance between those ego chows, that aggressiveness, and that disciplined playstyle. And then they are 5-2 in Search and Destroy and Hardpoint versus Ultra in the last 2 matches.
Yeah, it feels like they've had that kind of, I don't know, live or die by the ego chow at times, but it seems like they've taken some of those out. It's not as much that you're looking at me going, oh dear God, why'd you take that gunfight, Crim? That's maybe lessened a little bit, which bodes well for them. But let's look through our maps and modes as we're gonna go through this best of 5, Ultra versus Empire. And I was talking to Crim yesterday, and he said, Maven, what's the most important map in the game? And I was like, probably gonna tell me Raid, because it's on all 3. He said, yes. He's like, people are scared to play teams like Ultra and FaZe on Raid. We are not. You see it twice.
Yeah, you're going to see Raid Hardpoint right away. And again, look at the Hardpoint vetoes. Garrison, Checkmate, gone. So what does that open up for Ultra? One is going to be that Raid Hardpoint. Moscow Hardpoint is something they have not played a lot of throughout this year. I like these vetoes a lot for Dallas Empire. I think they got a lot of strengths away from Ultra. But Ultra, maybe they knew that this was coming, right? You always game plan for the end game. We'll see if that's going to come into fruition here.
Well, this has provided some of the more thrilling series over the course of this year.
Don't jinx us, Maven.
If I get another 3-0, I'm leaving. I need a banger here. I did see Vivid and Rambo in the back before this, and I was like, yo, come on, just, you know, I casted for like 30 minutes yesterday. I would love just have a long 45. Series. And Vivid's like, no, we're going for the throw. We're going for the 3-0. Like, we're gonna make it quick. I was like, that's what you have to say, but I'll give me a Game 5 banger, please.
Well, at least we're going to Raid Hardpoint. Who doesn't love Raid Hardpoint? We always had some bangers here, man.
That's true. That is true. But you can see how they fared over the course of the year. 10-11 for Ultra, 6-4 for Empire. As we get ready to rock and roll, day 2 of playoffs, as we continue on to the biggest tournament of the year, the second season of the Call of Duty League. It's time to get rocking and rolling. Ultra, Empire, who will move on into that winner's final. And Insight first up on your screen. What, in addition, this man has been this year?
Well, and I mean, you look at the Major 5 final and who was just that guy. It was Insight for this team. Cammy had a solid series, but it was, again, if it wasn't for Insight, who knows? That could have been uglier earlier on. But for Dallas, a nice break. You see mid-map control going their way, but CleanX and Bans, they're just going to right up to Courtyard, maybe start thinking about getting towards those kitchen spawns.
Well, Vivid, he is already here. He's taking down one. Second, not going to happen, is flying around the edge will be CleanX, but you've got a healthy chunk of time. You're already approaching 20 seconds, about 25 left on it. You've got that left side of the map. Things looking good for Empire, but Cammy, the playmaker, he is lighting up 3, and he's ready to snap on the 4th. My God, has he been a special talent? That'll get him into the point, and that'll give them numbers on that left side of the map.
Well, I think that's a huge mistake by Vivid and Shotzzy. They both spawn up back Laundry, and they think that the push is coming through the middle of the map, and it doesn't. Ultra just go 3 to ring, and now you're seeing Toronto Ultra just start to take that lead. They are able to get those P2 spawns. A nice little break there, but I think that's a mistake there. Nobody played safe back Laundry. Vivid and Shotzzy, they get caught middle of the map, and the spawns flip. Now Dallas Empire in a tough spot.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to say, underrated, because the guy was considered the MVP vote, but Cammy, when you talk about someone who needs to step up and make an insane play, he is on a very short list.
No, you know what's interesting right now is Cammy's actually running a 3rd submachine gun. I don't know if he's picking it up, if we can hop on board with him here in a second, just to see maybe they want to play around the pressure and the aggressiveness of Cammy and sort of that versatile play style. They're not running 2 ARs right now. It is all about the submachine guns, but iLLeY able to get in with some nice shots.
iLLeY somehow gets a second off the tail end of that as well. With 20 seconds left, we'll start to focus on the rotation over to Garage. There's a gunfight going down in Zig, but I believe that's Insight that has to try and dip away with his life for now. It's Bance that's getting tucked away all the way in the back, and it's a multi-kill for Cammy again. 2 in a row for him, 3 in a row for Insight. Bance's POV as we get set up inside a Garage, and the teamwork is there. It is on point. Insight streak will continue as Bance will fall, but it's a contest currently on the point.
Yeah, Clinix though going on a big flight, but iLLeY again. This man is snapping. iLLeY with all 3. He's up to 7 and 5. And when you talk about X factors, sometimes he can just do ridiculous things on the map. We saw it in Kitchen. He breaks P3 as well. Dallas Empire now all 4 dead. And well, a chance to take the lead. And now if you're Ultra, you can see the way they're playing. Clinix is backing on up. I think they're just going to play around mid-map control.
And this is one of those moments when there's like 40 seconds left and you know Court's coming up. It's like, do we take one more crack at it? More often than not, it's just got to be a no. You have to just have the discipline to set up because you can get absolutely punished if you go for it and fail.
Well, they're going for it. They're getting pretty aggressive around our side. That's going to be 2 dead. Where are these players going to spawn? That's all 3. Maybe a mistake here for Ultra. 1 player is going to spawn out at Court, but 2 players at Old. So you have a 3v2 on this rotation. Insight and Clinix going to try and hold it, just wait for the reinforcements, but here comes that first gunfight. Well, Cammy off his spawn, able to find 1, does switch back to that. Great, but you're in a good position if you're Empire right now.
Yeah, I mean, this could absolutely end up costing him. We're going to see if Ultra can get a bit of stabilization here as Cammy picks up 2. Still the fight for the hard point for now. Ultra able to get in, looking for the lead change, down 5. Thought it was going to get a little bit ugly, but maybe they stabilized. But the fact is, you never get that calm, clear hold. And now Empire bursted on through. Shotzzy able to find the opener, backed up the Tiki will be Cammy. In go Empire, and you think that comes down to maybe it's a little over-aggression towards the garage hard point?
100%, 100%. You allow them to get towards back laundry, and they're just able to play their life. You had Shotzzy on 5 in a row. Now it's iLLeY's turn, who's on 4 in a row. The young Phenom starting to take over this game as they have almost a 30-point lead. As well, the last 15 seconds going to go their way, and now as we head over to our 5th hill, we'll see if Ultra can get into a setup.
Well, Ultra, a team that, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. We've been big on them. Just doing the fundamentals. Maybe cost it a little bit there, but at 14 and 6, Insight getting close to streak, starting to make the plays, down 40. Let's go to Elicited with Toronto Ultra.
Tiki, yeah? Crim, 2-2, 1 more Vivid.
Nice, Cam. I'm just going ball back.
Yeah.
Let's get kitchen. Left side.
1-6.
Okay, yeah, big kills, Jamie.
Shotzzy's been got money,
Got money, yeah?
Yeah, I said out with you, Jamie.
I don't see him.
I have your pillars pushing.
Yeah, he's money still, weak.
Pillar.
Nice.
One more top.
Kitchen, 2 kitchen.
Come more.
Is that 1 shot, Cam? Shoot right, Cam, 1 shot.
Crim dead.
1 shot time, Cam, you got lead.
Yeah, I'm still alive, bro. I'm 1 shot.
I'm pitching
Okay, yeah,
top.
I'm going kitchen,
Yeah, good plays. I'm waiting for you guys to engage.
Give me a sec here. I'm in.
Yeah, he's in kitchen, mate. I've got a kill.
Okay, yeah.
1 more kitchen after that, Cam. 1 more.
Yeah, kitchen.
Pillars right up.
I can't help you. I'm 1 shot.
Shotzzy kitchen on me.
Let's go. Nice.
Nice.
Well played.
Yeah,
Get on right.
I got time.
Look for Crim. We're looking for Crim.
It was Zig, I think, went out.
I'll say go, Cam.
Go,
Go,
Crim
Cam.
really weak and Zig.
Okay.
Go out.
They're going to play me
Can we
off.
war? Yeah. I'm late.
Free six.
iLLeY in port.
iLLeY.
Play new, Toby. Play new. It's big player new, Toby.
That's one jungle.
Wide band.
Alright,
Right side.
Might
one
try
pillar.
pinchers, careful.
Okay, I'll hold
So
it.
you already got God Rock coming.
Okay.
God Rock.
God Rock, 1 shot, God Rock. Nice, 2 dead.
I got naded on 1 shot.
Close right, Jamie. That's 1 out.
iLLeY dead on 1 shot. Can we find you launcher, yeah?
I'm launcher dead.
One's probably spawning here still, though.
Oh, I hit launcher me.
Pillars,
Really?
I'm pushing launcher. Can we pillars?
He's behind me.
One jungle, one on my
Yeah,
side.
I'm getting shot
Nice,
that mark.
pillars kill me. He's on time. Yeah, Jamie, you can shoot him in the back.
He's weak.
Yeah, we
Weak on
spawn
time. Push my
right
ban.
Let's come mid.
Nice, we need to start.
Yeah, one's mid, Crim, we can P5, bind the street, Crim. Nice, good shit.
Two hill. One left, one behind black van.
Black band.
Go in.
Black band.
Nice.
One shot, man. He's mid. One at a time, mid. Pillar straight away. One time.
Crim laundry.
Pillar straight away.
40-point advantage for Empire. And Joe, one of your big thing in the keys to victory really was around the subs for Ultra, advancing Cleanex. Struggling a bit here so far.
Yeah, and you look at number 5, Vivid, right? 19 and 16. This is a guy that can match the pace of Cleanex. There's not a lot of players who can do it. Who's winning that battle? Vivid. Who's winning the game right now? It's Dallas Empire. And even in those comms, okay, you got to be careful. Nobody played safe. So Cammy spawns up in the back. Cammy now with a chance to make a play. Nobody played safety, but it looks like Crim's going to pick up on it. Him and Vivid, they realize the position and where their teammates spawn, but this is a break opportunity for Ultra. They're able to get on through. And a bit of a mistake there for Empire. You saw it once for Ultra, now there for Empire.
Don't you love Call of Duty before you can finish making your point?
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, we got to point that one out. That's important.
Absolutely, but they get the break. Now, can they make the run as Cammy keeps on cruising? They're going to need him to step up massively for the team. The slow start for Bance, maybe starting to heat on up as well, but it's 4 in a row for Cammy as he inches closer and closer to these streaks. It's a pick for Shotzzy and Crim towards mid-map and water side, but you still have all the control around the point. 15 seconds left to go. And now you got to start to think about that transition across. You see the number 6 on the map set up. That's going to be Shotzzy ringside, posted up. Got some help inside of Art from Vivid as well. Can they get out? That's a big one. The trade is there and it is clean. And that's going to be the 5th now for Cammy. The chow onto number 6 can win that as well. Close to the artillery as Cammy is rolling. Now the deficit to 30, but can they get the big break into Garage? One spawning out in Vivid. They've got a chance here for the push. They've got numbers just for a moment, but that's not going to be the kill you need to get the streaks. That's your teammate, and then he drops. No streaks for Ultra. Hold still here for Empire, now eclipsing the 200-point mark.
Yeah, it's no streaks, but what a job by Shotzzy, just staying alive and then buying Vivid time off his spawn. Ultra just trying to break this because these 28 seconds, they put Empire very close into winning the game. And it just feels like the slaying is starting to get one-sided over here towards Garage. A great job by Dallas, very disciplined towards the middle of the map. Shotzzy at least able to find one ringside. But over towards court, and this is where things get interesting. You get a full 60 here, and then it comes down to that courtyard hill.
Well, you know, Empire yesterday with Røkkr and their comebacks, you want to put them away. They've thrown away a 150-point advantage against Ultra in a hard point. You know they need to get it done here as well. Just try to close it out, but the next hard point pops. It's court control for Ultra's Bance. Bobbing and weaving mid-map to find some of the big kills, but this time you get a far cleaner setup, right? It was scrappy early last time to court. Now, you have some moments in the setups to deal with this. Is Insight hitting the shots? Will the trade be efficient and on point? It is. It's Bance that's back off spawn. So far, so good as the comeback's starting to come in, but that's 5 in a row now for Shotzzy.
And if I'm Shotzzy, I'm playing my life here, right? Well, he doesn't really care. He's not me, but I'm thinking about streaks to end this game, but they're going to try and end it here because if you're Empire, the only way you lose this really could be the streaks. Shotzzy staying alive, finds number 7, an MVP candidate, finds number 8. Shotzzy trying to end the game right here. Artillery in. He's doing it by himself.
The man on a mission for the repeat. The time remaining on the point to get the W. Nobody close enough. Streaks are raining in, and Empire close out map 1.
And don't listen to me. Do whatever you want. Never mind. Unbelievable stuff, but what goes wrong there? If Ultra hold the full 60, the comms aren't on point, then you give a streak up to Toronto Ultra. That's how they break the next hill and potentially win the game, but he just gets kitchen control. He flies out the window, and he just shoots.
Yeah, I thought he was going to die after the first kill. I thought he was going to die after the second kill. I thought he was going to die after the third, but he just
doesn't die.
Yeah, just stays up, gets the dub. Joe, statistically, anything popping off?
Look at number 4 and number 5. That is the difference maker to me. I just feel like when Cleanex is playing at his best, Ultra is a different beast, but Vivid 29 and 25 gives it his best.
Empire so far, 4 maps played at this tournament, 4 maps won. They continue to roll.
Legendary.
Can they close it out over Ultra? We get up to the search and destroy after this quick break.
You know, I'm legendary. You know, let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born for the game.
Hello and welcome back. We get ready for the search and destroy. And I'll tell you what, you don't hear a lot of this at home. I don't know who the DJ is live here, but he's got me dancing more than Shotzzy on the map during these breaks.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
You're killing it, dude.
My hips are just going.
They do not lie. They do not lie right now. You're definitely just loose and limber.
No, seriously. I know the DJ, I love him. He's amazing, but Ultra looking to bounce back in the map too, but we're going to look at the major results over the course of the year. These are two teams that have kind of gone toe-to-toe down the stretch of who's going to be that #2 squad.
Yeah, I mean, you really just look at, for Toronto Ultra from Major 2 on, they've been a top 3 team all year. This is not a position that they are unfamiliar with. Going down 0-1, I mean, with how good their control and search and destroy has been, that is what has made Toronto Ultra Toronto Ultra. Going around 50-50 in hard points, so they have another chance maybe later on. But on the other side for Dallas Empire, again, this is a team that has had their number lately. So far throughout the year, to start, it was 4-0 Ultra to start that. And then the last 2 games have gone the way of Empire.
What do you think the comms were like at the end of that from Cram? Like, hey, Shotzzy, good job.
Something like that, yeah.
Hey,
no, we probably know what it was. Probably a lot worse. probably a lot worse.
Not safe for broadcast? Yeah,
probably. Oh, yeah, thanks for that. Bell Fiber's not here, boys.
I'm sure that's quite a bit of what it was. That's what he was ranting to me about yesterday. He is not scared of this team whatsoever when it is a land environment. That is how he felt. Well, so far, backing that up with the Game 1 win. But now to Express, Search and Destroy we go. And this is another one where you were kind of looking at it in the maps and you felt good about the vetoes for Empire. You liked how it played out.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very strong map for Ultra. I think it's 8-1 or 8-2 so far throughout the year, but throughout Stage 5, they only played it a couple of times, and one of their losses is to Dallas Empire. The last time they matched up at Stage 5, well, who was it that won it? It was Dallas Empire. So, again, I think these are just some really strong maps for this squad.
Well, and I think sometimes if we need to highlight that as commentators is like you look at stats over the course of months or a year and it looks very good for a team. But a lot of times when that happens, it gets banned a lot. You don't play it a lot. You don't have as many reps. So you got to put a lot more stock in recency and, well, the matchup with the team you're playing against.
In a way, it's kind of a thing, too, that you almost try to get away from. And you're going to see right there 8-2 on the year, 8-6 for Dallas Empire, where you kind of know teams are going to ban or veto it from you. So you try to get your advantages elsewhere, but you keep it in the back pocket. Could be a very strong map here throughout this weekend for Ultra.
Yeah, this should be a dandy as well. As the seconds tick off the clock, we get ready to get back into the action. Ultra Empire. As Ultra looking to rebound from the crushing defeat at Major 5. This will be their first match played on the weekend. Can they bring it back after the map 1 loss? Well, Cammy already out of the picture. iLLeY, who had a monster map 1 with the first blood. Yeah,
I don't know if there was some communication there or what, but he's looking towards middle, maybe for a crossfire. And, well, I mean, you see Empire, they are just flying. Vivid so confident after that map 1, and why not? It was 29-25, but quickly Insight left in a 1 versus 4. Was able to find the first pick, but he's got a lot more to do.
Oh, yeah, they're just ready for that catwalk push. Vivid with 2 big ones, but it's iLLeY with the opening kill in the plant. Insight has been marked, he's been tagged, he's been dropped. Quick and controlled from Empire out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, we were on board with the bomb planner. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, they just...
He was right here. Yeah, he just
they catch him on the rotation back. And, yeah, just some free kills. He only gets hit 1 time with that position. Nice read and just so aggressive from Dallas Empire. They just go towards that A-bomb, get the bomb down, and they know, hey, we can catch him on rotation. That's exactly what happened.
Vivid and iLLeY account for all 4. Now, Cammy taken out of the round early. Can he answer back? And yeah, can the subs who struggled in the map 1, can they bring the thunder here? Because they're going to need it. But it's an early hit towards A. You can see not really any presence here from Empire early on, but the rotation already started. It looks like Crim and iLLeY are the ones starting to wrap back early. Well, they know the gig is up now. Bomb getting planted for Ultra.
Yeah, we'll see where Shotzzy ends up wanting to go. So he might be the point man for this team to try to work the flank. But here comes the rest of his teammates. They're all going to be pushed up towards the A-bomb. There's not a huge presence there. Vance is able to find one, but Shotzzy, clean movement as always. Able to make this a 3-on-3. Insight just holding that back. Catwalk. Kimmy's got to check the bomb. He does that and finds a kill. But the trades are on point on both sides. We're into a 1v1. Quickly, it's Vivid. Thought he was going to hop it. Do they know where Bance is? There's just so many different angles to check, all the different timings. Time not going to be on his side.
Bance, he posts up top, he stays alive, and yeah, I think for the way Vivid played it, just not exactly sure where Bance's position was, and yeah, you've got a million spots you got to guess about. Not enough time.
Yeah, doesn't find the free kill. Is Vivid able to play his life? But yeah, just it comes down to the timing, really. The trades are on point on both sides. Cammy does a great job just making sure nothing's happening on the bomb. The shots on the Crim are on point as he finds two. But into the one-on-one, the clock.
And I feel like last time we casted this, like that was the really interesting development at mid-map. Like the Shotzzy, the Cammy, the guy that was kind of lurking and coming across that cross, like if they found the opener, if they got caught. This time, Shotzzy gets through, but ultimately Cammy's able to find him. But I don't know, it's been fun to watch that evolve over the course of the year.
Yeah, right, just sort of defenses working that flank, right? Or how do you want to work it? Do you just want to give it up, have them focus on it? We'll see what both of these teams want to do. But Empire, they're going to go right back. It looks like towards maybe an A hit, but very slow. Maybe they try to catch them on that flank in case they want to try to retake A.
Well, it's about to go down around tick. That's what it looks like in Vivid. A big first blood. And he is hungry for more, but iLLeY is on the cross, just picking him apart. Third will drop, suddenly Insight by himself. It looks a whole hell of a lot like the round one. Insight quickly into a 1v4, gets one kill. Now what can he do with the rest of the squad?
Well, and that's just what it is, right? It's Vivid taking those one-on-ones, and who is it against? It's against Clayster inside that ticket booth, right? The submachine guns right now are just winning for Dallas Empire.
Well, they wrap this to the opposite side. He's been spotted, but he got the spot on one, so he's got the pre-fire already. His shots, he tries to wrap back. So from a 1v4 down to a 1v2, issue the clock. Just over 20 seconds to work with. He's going to need to hit some ludicrous shots if he's somehow going to clutch this up. And you got to think it'd require a massive blunder from Empire. Now down to 10 to go. Simply not enough time to work with. Gets it down to a 1v1. No time for the defuse, and it's just too much work to do. I mean, he's put into a 1v4 so quickly, but granted, he just get 3 out of the 4 kills.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened in round number one. Just quickly, they rotate off, they get the bomb down, and again, just not enough time for that player in the clutch scenario to work the defuse. And this is that opening kill, right? Vivid able to take down Clayster, and then they go Bance the next player up. And then that's iLLeY just right through the middle.
So I know it's a bit different on where the fights go down in the sites, but obviously the offense is, for Empire, played out very similar. They're dominating it early. What do you need to change if you're Ultra?
Well, right there, they just get caught off guard. I think they maybe just need to try to slow things down. You can play retakes on this map, right? We see it all the time. Allow that to happen. Allow the plan to go down towards A or B. That's when you're given the information of where those opponents are. They're just getting caught before that happens.
Yeah, it just feels like the round's over instantly, right? But so far, it's been all about the offense. Now Ultra back to it. iLLeY, though, chance to get the first blood. Vance comes in. Vance goes down. They got the crossfire here. Takes 2 to tango. 4 to party. As everybody soaring on in. The numbers, though, still going to be with Empire for now as they have the 3-on-2, make it a 3-on-1, and a chance to make a big advantage, or take a big advantage. And of course, it is Insight. Poor guy's been last alive for his squad in just about every round.
Well, and I think this is telling you the message that Dallas Empire is trying to send to these guys. We just do not care. We want to fight you as much as possible. iLLeY's running a third sub. It is an iLLeY, Shotzzy, Vivid trio flying at you on offense, on defense. They do not care. They want this to come down to gunfights, and so far it's worked.
That's kind of the takeaway I got from my convo with Crim yesterday, too. Like, we're just not scared of this team to play them anywhere. Like, we're going to go at them. And that is what you have been seeing. But Insight, maybe another chance to clutch. There's the first, but he is hit down to 12 HP.
He's had a lot of practice so far.
Yeah, no. He's had a whole lot of opportunities in last alive scenarios. He is able to recoup the bomb. Now down to Shotzzy and Vivid to try and close this out. Waiting inside will be Shotzzy, and similar to a lot of our rounds, it just seems to be a matter of time before Empire can close it out. And I don't know if you call that overconfidence or a lack of respect. I don't think it's that, because obviously they've gone to game 5s with them. There's been some crazy series, but there's definitely an advantage with playing with that swagger. There's got to be.
No, yeah, they're just taking it to them. They're basically, yeah, what I said of, we're going to take these fights. Once you beat us, we might adjust. But until that happens, we're just going to keep flying at you.
Yeah. So maybe all the pressure to Ultra to somehow come up with these gunfights, or to maybe make some adjustments to make it less focused on that part of the gameplay. But at least we've gotten almost 30 seconds into an offensive round for Empire, and poor Insight's not left in a 1v4. And maybe a little bit more, maybe slowing it down a bit, like you said, just trying to play around the retake if they need to. And there's a nice big first blood from Clayster, who slow down Vivid, who's been big early.
Yeah, well, before the bomb can even get planted, right before you're playing that retake, it's 2 kills. It's similar to kind of what Empire was doing on their offensive rounds, but a nice round here for Empire to try to stabilize things. Nobody goes down. They find that opener, and yeah, it's really that matchup. The aggressive submachine guns just going at it.
So is that really what it just came down to? Ultra won some gunfights, they needed to win type thing? Like,
I mean, that was a ridiculous shot by
yeah, no, that was. That's a range. He's beaming, which is, you know, it's interesting to see how his stat lines have been because he struggles in that map 1, obviously, but Cleanx, when he is on point, one of the more talented guys you're going to watch.
Yeah, he's ridiculous, just so fast, but it doesn't always happen. That's why those entry players, guys like Vivid and Cleanx, when they're on point, it makes the game look a lot easier. That's why we always give love to aBeZy.
Yeah, it makes the whole game becomes easier for everybody when they are winning their ones, winning their entries. But one round separates these two squads. If you joined us late, it is a 1-0 edge in the series for Empire as they took the map 1. Is Ultra now try to even the odds. It's another big first blood. Insight. This time, thankfully, he gets to get involved earlier than when it feels like the round is over. He's up to 6-4, but that might be the first kill that really matters. Then Cleanx and Camby to follow it up, 1 by 1. Empire are dropping. There's a team kill through, but the trade is in. We'll be tied up in a couple big and convincing rounds. What's really changing for the Ultra side now?
They just stopped. They slowed things down. The first engagement's not happening until about 20 seconds, and you saw Empire, even in that round, very confident, just the way that they've been playing, but they have up top control, and they flew out towards the offensive side, and Insight's just hanging out there, right on the catwalk stairs, and says, that's gonna be a free kill. As soon as that happens, they execute with the numbers onto the B site. So they've just kind of said, yeah, we're just gonna play with our power positions, and now we'll see if Empire do adjust.
I was just cracking up looking at we have like our data view here, just the average damage per round, and Insight's at like 270 because he's been alive, so.
Yeah, he's got 1,600 damage.
Yeah, he's like tripling or quadrupling the rest of his team. Yeah, once again, just get to mid-map, put the brakes on.
Well, now you see the respect come out, right? For Empire, it's okay, we can't just run at these guys anymore.
Yeah.
They've made some adjustments, so they slow things down a little bit. Here's gonna come down one-on-one, but Vance just playing for some information. They've flown out towards Beef through catwalk. So he's taking his time, playing patient, but it looks like it's gonna be another 8 hit. And this is where you can play those retakes. So nobody gets picked, you play the 4-on-4. Shotzzy already a little bit pushed up. They'll put this trophy down, they'll put the bomb down.
Well, with a couple shots in from Cammy, that'll give some information over to the Empire side, but now they're playing in. Now can you do with the 4-on-4 retakes? So many of these rounds decided so early. This is the first big 4-on-4 retakes. Damage done to the Ultra side as iLLeY is trying to get the jump peek and shots in, gather what information he can. But now Cleanx and company, here's the push forward. They've got 2 players stacked in the corner. There's damage in, but they don't get the kills. They all go the way of Ultra. It looks so good there with the stack from Empire for a moment, but it's Ultra going big. Crim last up. Cleanx with the haymaker, and it's a clean wipe.
You know, I'm not trying to put a ton of pressure on one guy, right? It's obviously a team effort, but like I said, when this guy is playing at this level, they are so difficult to beat. The first 4 rounds, he's 1-4. Since that point in the last 3, he is up to 8-4 with 3 in this round. He plays his life. He hits some ridiculous shots. Now you're starting to see his confidence come out.
He gets all 3. I mean, the second kill in the window, he's 1 bullet. That look, when we're watching it from Empire's POV, I was like, how is he even alive? Like, it just looked like he should have got team shot there and dropped instantly, but the double chow comes through and they're able to take it. Now 3 in a row for Bance and 3 in a row for Cleanx. They're the 2 that struggled in map 1. They're picking it up massively now as that's going to be 3 rounds in a row for Ultra. And we'll see where the plan of attack comes from, but the tissue trying to be an issue. You'd love to see Cleanx just catch fire in this series.
You know, when they're playing these 4v4 rounds a little bit slower, you know, they're going to use their teamwork, right? That's what they've just been known for. They're so difficult to beat in these 4v4. They're going to have that advantage, right? So just don't give up those early numbers like they were. Now it's going to be a retake for Empire. Last time through, not able to find it. Well, first blood over to Insight. Again, these adjustments coming on through, but it is a 3v2 towards the B site. You do have Bance and Cammy in a solid position, but another kill towards them. It has just been so clean since 3-1. Another flawless round for Ultra.
Beautifully done. I mean, Insight with the opening pick. Cammy's been big in that kind of transition role. Catching the player on the cross, like the flank player, the last player, however you want to look at it, he goes big. But Yeah, there haven't been many kills for Empire at all. You've got, what, 2 or 3, it feels like, through 4 rounds.
Empire's trying to run out of sight, hope they're there and win those gunfights, right? That's not happening anymore.
Well, I asked you, how do you adjust?
Yeah.
And Ultra's done exactly what you wanted.
And in those 4v4s, that's where they've shined. But here we go. We're going to have a 4-on-4 B hit. Well, a 3-on-4. Yeah, Vince or Cammy's still in the spawn. This is what you want if you're Empire, and who's coming out on top? It's Empire.
Yeah, that on the minimap looked like exactly what they are going for. Cammy will get smoked on the cross. It's Crim that hits the shots, and now we're back to this, just inside by his lonesome. It just feels like the Ultra round wins have looked so similar to each other. The Empire round wins have looked so similar to each other.
Listen, if I'm Ultra, I might just give up complete bomb site control on both and maybe just play from catwalk and spawn and then just go for a retake.
Well, that's just part of how this is. Like, you just try to get the team to play the way you want them to. Just not always as easy.
What's that move?
I don't know. I think
Still
just
dancing?
for the gun hands, what do you call it, from Crim? I don't know. I've just got
Finger guns?
very handsy and dancy.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. But one more round needed for Ultra to tie this up at 1-1. Can they close it out on the offense? They got Vivid. He is going hunting. He is already sending right up mid. Now, will they track back and read this? Oh, look at the pressure from Empire. There are 3 just forward. That is a brilliant pick again. I think the first blood there from Insight, but they're lining up in front. You might be able to bring this to a 2 versus 2, but Vivid's still just hunting for it.
Oh, Insight's just going back.
Oh, just dancing. Just dancing. Then the help in from the window.
kill.
The help in from the window, and Ultra. They close it out. Insight fired up.
Well, 3-1 early on in that game, but then just the next 6 rounds, it's 5-1 to Ultra. They make the adjustments. Insight from catwalk, just making the plays look easy. CleanX starting to pop on off. And like I said, this is just what Ultra does, right? They're search and destroy. Once they get going, they get that confidence.
Yeah, well, that's what stood out about a team like them or Røkkr at times or FaZe. Like the mid-game adjustments in search and destroy. And you wanted them to kind of slow down. They did just that. They played it beautifully. And Empire's strategy, yeah, it was working early, but once it flipped on its head, it seemed like a team that we expect to adapt really well. They couldn't get it done in time.
Yeah, cannot get it done, but there you just saw it. CleanX and Insight going off in that game too.
It's been a thrilling series between these two teams basically all year long. We look to keep it going. Control up next, tied up 1-1.
I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I'm legendary. You know. You know. Let's go. Out of the
The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
legendary. I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I'm legendary. You know.
Championship weekend viewership rewards hit different. Saturday, we'll be dropping the all-new 2021 Championship Pack to random viewers. Then on Sunday, earn the exclusive Champs XM4 blueprint when you watch Championship Sunday, not to mention all the new calling cards, emblems, stickers, and XP tokens all weekend long. So tell your friends, hop in, watch the broadcast, chance for some incredible giveaways throughout the course of this weekend. But let's get back to business. Tied up 1-1, Ultra Empire. And you talk about just the bigger scope of this thing. Empire looking for back-to-back to win both championships since the Call of Duty League became a thing. For Ultra, you're looking to bounce back from one of the toughest defeats in the history of Call of Duty. There you have to bounce back from going down 0-1, you get a big search win.
I mean, what a moment that would be, right? Just for Ultra, even to just get back to a final, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, after going up 4-0, but we're gonna take a look at Empire from yesterday and their 3-0 sweep over Røkkr. Well, Shotzzy on that Moscow map, one was ridiculous, and then for me, it was all about the ARs. This is where Crim and iLLeY really started to pop off, especially in this control.
I mean, they've all had their moments, man. Like, it's been it was, I want to say, tough to watch at times this year when they were going through the team swaps and trying to figure stuff out. Was iLLeY going to be an AR? Was it going to be a sub? What was going to be the deal? And Vivid, nobody mentioned it, but a little rough when he first came in. But now, I mean, it was funny because when Vivid first joined, I feel like he was under the weather too. So like every time we go to him, he just like coffee and a cold. He seems so down and frustrated. Now he's just always smiling, having a great time. He's like, this system works. I got blessed. I'm now on a top team with a chance to make a run at the biggest event of the year. I got to be happy for the guy, considering how his year went with, well, yeah, that team, they were very good.
No, they were not. But looking at the maps and modes, this is where I think it gets interesting. This is when you talk about map pool preparing for champs. Control, both of these teams love Garrison and Raid, but that does not come in. You see Garrison, that's vetoed by Toronto Ultra. Raid, vetoed by Dallas Empire. And just the way some of the matchups throughout the year have gone, where their strengths are at. So what do you end up with? Checkmate. Not a lot of reps for either of these teams. So that champs preparation, it has to be ready for a match like this.
I'll say the Checkmate hard points have been really fun between these teams. We'll see how the control gets going as everybody gets locked in, dialed in, ready to dance. Continue on in the map 3, looking for the edge in this series, the swing game. Take control through the control as we get ready to go to Checkmate. And Joe, this is one where we rarely at the beginning of the year saw offensive round wins. Then as ludicrous as what, a month ago, we saw 5 offensive round wins, which we're not gonna see a lot of, but there's definitely been a shift overall on this particular map.
No, there has, and you can see it. I mean, I guess Empire, they played a good amount, but you know, recently they've been looking a lot more Garrison and Raid, but what, 6-4 for them. For Toronto Ultra, we know that their control has been around Raid and Garrison, only played it 4 times throughout the year, but it's gonna be offense for Empire in round number 1.
Here we go. Time to battle on Checkmate. As Empire and Ultra get ready to go, and how brilliant is Shotzzy? Been in the respawn since playoffs have kicked off, and you know what he can do around this plane. And I mean, similar to the hard points that you were talking about the SMGs, same conversation here. Like, whoever's got the edge there might be the one taking it.
Control the plane, right? And that's where Vivid and Shotzzy come through, but right off the break, that is 3 dead for Toronto Ultra. They're gonna 3-stack this point. Already 1 tick done at B, already a good start for Dallas Empire. They're going for number 2, and they're gonna get it. What a break off. They were ready for this. 2 ticks in. Now they're gonna try and slide on in. Nobody getting taken down. Vivid finally cleaned on up. Shotzzy with 1, but Crim's still alive. Gets so close to getting it done. iLLeY, he's gonna hop right back on it.
And it is not far from getting done. Insight with the nade through might close it out, but still, you get so much progress at B. Now, the script flipped as they head over towards A, pushing out deep towards the spawn is going to be Vivid. So keep an eye on that number 5 on the left side of the minimap. Okay, he's dead. Vance picks that up from the plane, so he's not going to get in behind. Same thing can be said on the other side. That's number 2 in Cammy, who's looking to be a threat, but Benjamin Vance lining up to alleviating the pressure from the point for now. And now Cammy, who lurked through. That's 2 in a row for him. Empire, a lot to deal with. They're getting punished now after the big opening.
No, well, not Cammy. You're on 3 in a row. Maybe just trying to back it on up. The AR's just locking them in this trap. What a bounce back after the great start for Empire. I mean, they just take control. They force them to spawn towards that top right side of the mini-map. Cammy's still alive. Insight very weak. Still 30 seconds left, so Empire can get out of this. They're just not finding kills. That kill feed is just filled with purple.
Yeah, what an unbelievable hold and bounce back this would be from Ultra. If you get thumped like that out of the gate, but then you come back swinging, Cammy's streak will finally end, but what a wondrous job. Can Empire get out of it? It's 5 in a row now for Insight. Not a lot of time to work with. A big kill from Shotzzy on the Bance, but they've got to get towards the point. There's 3 players here from Ultra as CleanX looking to go huge. Still battling for the streaks is Insight, and he is not missing a bullet. There's some more in 7 in a row. Artillery earned 1.1 on the clock, and what a testament to their resilience that round 1 was.
It was 26-23 at one point in favor of Dallas Empire. That round finishes at 15-2 in favor of Toronto Ultra. They put them in this trap. Insight and Cammy were popping off. Insight now with some streaks that they can use offensively. They can use hanging on defense. But I guess for Empire, you get 3 ticks done, right? So
you do.
You do get 3, but
considering how it started, like at that one point, it was like Bance got 2, Insight had like a 4 times multi-kill, like Cammy had a triple, like all in the span of what felt like 15 seconds. And from there, just ran away with it. What a rebound. But yes, with the big opening from Empire, maybe that'll matter in the overall scheme of things. But if you're Insight, you're still looking for more. You come into this round now with 7 in a row. You have not been missing. Can you continue the hot streak? But it'll be Cammy leading the way in front. He spots one, back plane for a second. And once again, how many times are we going to see him hit down near single digits, gets out of it with just 15 HP. Just desperately trying to get one more streak. As all of his teammates unfortunately drop it around him, it's been difficult to set him up with a freebie.
And that's why I mean that 3
there you go.
Progress, it could turn into something, right? Just for Empire down the line. But Insight continues up to 11-2. He's got both the streaks. Cammy's gonna follow that up, so that's 3 dead. iLLeY, the last one alive. The nades are coming in off a spawn. You have Bance inside a plane, and while Bance and Cammy are gonna find a couple of kills, well, this could be A zone done. They can even transfer this over to B.
Double-digit streak now, up to 10 in a row at 12-2. Insight. First blood after first blood to bring back the search and destroy. Now just thumping Empire here. A, done. There's the first point. 2 minutes to work with, 3 life advantage. Is Insight still hungry for more? But how good has he been at valuing his life? He backs up, retakes the chow, finally will drop, but his teammates each get a kill throughout that sequence. So backed up and tagged up once again is Empire. Look at the map presence you have from Ultra right now, Joe.
And you have a minute 40 on the clock. They know this. There's only 16 lives remaining for Empire, so they're going to put 1 on B, and they're going to play some TDM. They're playing around these spawn kills with the map position that they have. They're going to play with playing control and keeping Bance Insight alive. You can use those streaks, maybe go up 2-0, force Empire to have to win an offense.
Yeah, you're talking team deathmatch. We don't really see it in the esports side of things, but sometimes you get the opportunity to slow it down a little bit. Just got to play for those kills. Don't have to worry about the objective quite so much. But I mean, you've got what? iLLeY's 4-11. I mean, everyone just negative right now for Empire. You've still got Benjamin Bance pushed up deep into the Empire side of the map, and yeah, that'll be more streaks. You've now got 3 available on the Ultra side. As Bance had a rough map 1, but now looking to leave his mark just to ping in as the callouts come in to the squad. He's just worried about the push, as you know, and the ping he sees there are multiple spawning up on his side. You got to think someone's got to deal with them. Tracking back will be Crim, able to deal with Bance. But you've just got 8 lives left, 5 life advantage for Ultra, but now the clock becoming a player, down to 40 seconds, Joe.
I just wonder when are they going to use an artillery? I feel like if you have 3 streaks, why not use one here and just try to go up 2-0? Try to just solidify this round. Don't let it get crazy, and that's what's going to happen. Bance, he's going to call it in. It's going to be blind, though. And while everybody's in plane, so Empire, they might avoid this. Or will they? Crimson get taken down, and now it's all about the plane fight. Off of that, iLLeY's going to find one, and almost snaps on with the pistol. But trades are good for Ultra for right now. Just go 1 for 1. You have the life advantage.
20 seconds to go, though. 20 seconds to go, and back to spawn they go, because Vivid goes huge. He's able to get 3. It's been a rough stretch, but they can clutch up and hold off and get the round W. Under 10 to go now. The big push. Coming in from Ultra to get onto the points. A big pick there from CleanX. Shotzzy, though, able to even the odds. iLLeY's got the whole team in front of him. They line them up. Crim with 2, iLLeY with 1, and they are able to hold on
That's a huge difference right there. I wonder if you want to invest more there. I really do. Going up 2-0, forcing them to win an offense, still having a streak. They don't do it. They don't overinvest. But what? They get 4 ticks. So they get 4 ticks, so they have that advantage. But what a clutch round by Dallas Empire.
Well, I mean, when you think back to, what was it, 8 life advantage, about 2 minutes to go or whatever it was, I mean, it's looking like Ultra have this signed and delivered, but Empire, they hold on. Bance up to 17 and 10, inside around double positive as well. The slaying edge, massive, but the scoreboard, it's 1-1. So what you say, 4 bits of progress to 3 right now, right?
Yep, 4-3. Someone write that down for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget. I think I already have.
Yeah, someone in the crowd.
But this time, the opening a little bit better defensively from Ultra. As they'll find 3 out of the 4 kills, make it all 4. And now if you're Empire, you might be in the trap sooner than later.
You know, there's a lot of people watching this, right? A lot of teams, a lot of coaches watching this, just seeing how this plays. Because I think if you are a team maybe playing Ultra later on in a tournament, this might be one of those points where you say, look at checkmate control and you want to play it on it. But after this showing, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I can certainly turn some heads. Now, Shotzzy, when he's last alive, he got 2 big kills, which gave them a little breathing room to start pushing out from spawn, but you've still got all the position in the world right now if you are Ultra. After Bance gets 2, he is taken out by a team kill, and with 30 seconds left to go, you're finally onto an objective. So it's Vivid onto A. Still here and fighting though if you are Ultra. This sequence massive considering the time left on the clock. Our Empire able to clutch him again. Shotzzy doing his best work. Little snap here, little snap there. Enough to open up the site, but still so much work to do, and it just feels like there's always somebody left from Ultra to get the big kills.
Well, and I feel every time we go to Crim or iLLeY's point of view, when they're trying to work some map control, they just haven't been able to put themselves in power positions, right? Like we've seen Insight and Cammy be able to do, and that is going to be a clean off or defensive round for Ultra. Put them in that 2-1 position. Put the pressure on Empire.
And yeah, this could be done if they maybe made some different decisions in that last round.
Could be.
But you still have what?
2. You have
at least 2 streaks?
Yeah, the cruise and artillery, yep. And with that round, you've solidified defense round number 5.
Yeah, good point, because you're well, not getting any more points of objective if you're Empire. So if we go the round 5, they'll have the favor. But Bance approaching a 30 bomb in control. He is getting close. Joey, just look at what he's been able to do in this map compared to the entire Empire side. But maybe this is their chance on defense to flip those stats a bit. But Ultra looking to close it out. Bance, he is feeling confident now. 26 and 13, 15 kills around the objective. Trophy out to cover the squad, and he is hitting Benjamin Bance. Lighting him up right now.
Should I shoot at Pixels? I just can't even see. I have a giant monitor in front of me. I didn't even see that guy. But Vivid and Shotzzy do find 3, so they'll slow that push down. Looking like a clean break with Bance's plays, but they're just going to slow things down, put themselves in some solid positions, and just try to do what Ultra did last round.
Can they get it to around 5? It's going to be tough even if they do, but you got to give yourself a shot. Oh, Bance and Cammy though, that'll be 3 down. But who's that lurking all the way up? That's gonna be Vivid, who's tucked away all the way. You're like the second hard point. He has been spotted by Cammy though, and Cammy will deal with it. On to A they go though, second bit of progress, just about done. Looking to close it out here in the round 4. Shotzzy though, soaring in from the top rope. Cammy up to the task. Next chow ready to come in. It's Crimsix. Welcome to the blender. A nice little slide and hop. I thought he had it, but ultimately will drop. But you just need so little objective work to get that minute extension, and there it is. 8 points secured.
Yeah, just look at the difference, right? You always have had someone playing. You're finding 3 kills on offense. Almost able to snap onto the second one. Well, they're in this position again. Can they win it here? They're already on to B. They almost have a tick of progress done. Dallas Empire, they've just been fighting out of spawn constantly. You can see in the top right, just the slaying disadvantage that they are at throughout this map.
Well, it has been the control that has separated Ultra from a lot of the pack. And maybe we haven't seen them here much, but they have looked magnificent at times. Just 2 more points of progress needed. They go 2 for 2 though. Insight will give them numbers for a moment as into the point they go. Insight looking to get the cover here on Bance, who is on 32 and 16. how good have they been? Now the streaks are going to start to come in, looking to close it out. Artillery called. We watch iLLeY just get blown to pieces. It's seconds to decide it, and there we go. Back-to-back maps for Ultra. It's a 2-1 edge in this best of 5.
And this is just what they have done all year. You beat us map 1 in hardpoint, we don't really care, right? Our search and control have just been so good. Top 2, top 3 all year, and they respond with 2 map wins in a row. We're gonna take a look at the stats, but I'll tell you what, it's all about Bance, who's double positive, 32 and 16. You have Inside, who's plus 10. Cammy with another great game, the most damage in the lobby. And on the other side, it's the ARs that really struggled.
Yeah, it's a quiet game from Clayster, but everybody else was frying, so they're all right. Like they were just popping off on the map. Back-to-back massive wins, and now 1 map away from securing a spot in the winner's bracket final. Ultra looking to close it out in the map 4. We'll be back after this break.
You know, I'm legendary. You know, let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born for the game.
Hello and welcome back. Ultra up 2-1 as we get ready for the map 4. And Joe, while we get prepped and ready for this, I actually just want to know from you personally, like, after how Ultra lost, how concerned were you about how they come into this event? I know you said it was only 2 weeks away and you had another event, but were you concerned at all?
No, I wasn't because of that. I think if it was the middle of the year, right, and we had a whole stage to play, they had another major to go to, I would be worried. But the fact is like, you're going from Major 5 to COD Champs. Like, it's 2 weeks, you just got to go. You have to focus on it. That's what you have to learn on it, and it's because of this. $2.5 million, $1.2 million for first.
So maybe that makes it a little bit easier to brush off the second place payday?
Like, I know it's probably tough. It probably was difficult. I'm sure they think about it every single day, right? A match like that, but what's better than winning Major 5? Winning COD Champs.
Yeah. It's like I almost feel, though, like just a little bit, like if I was them, I'd rather almost have a back and forth series than maybe be up 2-0, or if you're in a final up 3-4-0, like let's just keep it back and forth. I don't know, I just feel like maybe it starts to creep in the mind a little bit when you have that like kind of closeout game, but you know, they dropped the map 1, and as you said, kind of all year, not that they've been a 2-3-5 team exactly, maybe not your typical one, like they've been solid at hardpoint, but yeah, their search and control has been what separates them from good to elite.
Yeah, 100%. And, well, this is another map for Toronto Ultra where they haven't played a lot of reps, but is it something that they knew would have to be?
Didn't matter much in the last one.
Exactly that, right? Just knowing the preparations. This is a map that a lot of teams are going to try to target for us. And because of that, we get to start on the good side. Can we chain that P1 to P2, give us those early leads? But I'll tell you what, this guy right here, he's probably going to earn some more streaks.
He's probably going to earn a nice big contract for next year, too.
Probably.
Yeah, I imagine, based on what he has been able to do, he's got a big payday coming his way. But Insight and Ultra looking to close it out here. But Empire, its hard points, what, 2 and 3, whether it's been the breaks or the early setups, they have been terrific on this map and mode at times.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw it yesterday versus Røkkr.
Yeah,
a very solid Moscow team. But Crimsix going for that flank right off the start. Ooh. Well, that is going to be 3 dead for Empire. The flank was open. So far, so good. But yeah, that second hill is really where Empire just some of the best at breaking on through.
Well, let's see if they can hold on to that right side of the map. I thought for a second 2 Empire players going to be pushing through, but Shotzzy will actually bring it back towards mid, but the trade is on point for Cammy. Now lurking all the way up street side is iLLeY. I think he's got snipped out though. Yeah, Bance is able to pick that up while Cammy keeps taking the fight around the hard point, and with 10 seconds left, you're in a pretty good position here. Now, if you're ultra to really tack onto the sleeve, yeah, you'll take 30 seconds in second point control.
Oh, give me number 3. Give it to me.
Come on, I want to take fights. I was double positive map 3. I'm going to burn you. Okay, he died, but I was excited for maybe to get 3.
Now here comes that 2-2 split, right? Trying to put pressure on this hill. From the front, Vivid gonna slide on through, but there's 3 kills in a row. And I love what I'm seeing from Cammy.
Beautiful.
I'm seeing Craig, I'm seeing 74U. They have a game plan for the start. He goes right back to the Craig. It was the 74U on the break.
I feel like that push, though, is where Empire finds so much success,
100%,
right? That first push, right up the gut, hit him in the face and take control. They don't get a kill.
Well, you can see, look at Vivid 0-6. I mean, a difference maker for this squad. And what we've seen, we saw it in map 1. When he slowed down in map 2, things started to change for Toronto Ultra. Well, they're going to need to bounce back here at this 3rd hill.
The combo was Vivid. The combo became Bance. I mean, just over the course of this series. But the lead now up to 60. Now, this is the point, though, where Empire, when they get the early hold and they get the ARs in strong positions, Crim and iLLeY can find every single kill from their spots. And it feels like they're going to need it here. If it's an early break, this lead for Ultra might start to get out of control.
I don't know if a bullet hit a trophy. I don't know how he died there, but yeah, there you go. Crim now in the positions. Whoa! 5 in a row. Just line up for me. Why not?
What did I say? Like you put them in the spots, they shoot straight.
Well, they were in the spots last map, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But Crim, all 4 in some much needed time.
And now you have to make the decision, right? Similar to Raid, the way Moscow works, you do not want to feed him kills. You don't want to feed him streaks. An opportunity for Crim, for Empire to get those streaks like we saw.
Dallas, they're down a map. They're down in the map 4, looking to bring it back. Maybe Crim's big play starting to light it up. Let's go to a listen in with Dallas Empire.
Right now. No, Clint is one shot globe. Clint is going in arc. No, Clint is going street. No, he's push up. Never be there now. He's way under.
Yeah, I'm literally holding a premium with you.
Yep.
Yeah, someone go pillar first. Are you ready yet? I'm gonna go.
Yep. Yeah, they're. He's close on you. 2.
Close in, laying down close to one.
Hold on, I'm looking bus.
Yeah, bus dead. No one on me.
Nice.
I'm waiting.
Let's go.
We're coming.
Let's bus dead.
I'm so close to streaks.
Looking
for one. I'm so close to streaks.
Get the streaks, brother.
I'm hitting our window.
Right side time, man. Hurt.
I'll get top.
You lay down.
Our window dead.
Get a trophy on you as
I
well.
picked up a trophy.
Oh no, I didn't get it. He's in art.
Lay down. Yep.
One
play spot.
Don't get time. One top of the legend. Top of the legend. So you might go our window. No, you just got holding it.
He's globe. Sit down.
There's 2.
Yo, I don't think anyone's
Yo,
pitching.
deep right.
Deep right now, Charlie.
Deep right inside.
Coming.
Inside dead. Deep right. It's going. I'm just keeping it away.
Cammy dead.
Yeah, one's go down. One's pitching. Yeah, one's pitching. Pillar fast. Let's get hill.
That's time, Fed. Fucking always down, baby.
Spawn P3, guys.
You get time over that is behind me.
No, hold on.
Okay.
One shot Eski's Vance. Go now.
You could maybe through us.
Yeah, they could be on you.
I'm just holding our
I don't nothing glass. Nothing glass right now.
You double Eskies.
Okay.
Nothing be glass.
Yeah.
Fun. You're pushing through, dead.
Yo, one's bus.
SK, 2 SK hurt.
Only one.
Yeah, only one.
Answer live.
And one street.
He's dead. He's dead.
There's a guy globe.
Globe, one
Came me
shot.
one shot. Yo, outer
There's
bus.
two there as well.
There's two.
Phoenix will be stay down. One more street. I spawned out.
Lead change, Empire in front, but Joe, you were kind of screaming about the spawns right as we were getting out of that.
Yeah, again, just Bance spawns behind them right at the plat of P2. You're going to see all of Empire try to fly on back. This has been so clean from P3, P4, now over to this hill, but one player gets taken down, the spawn point opens up. Empire going to be frustrated about that, but they're going to have to bounce back. Crim not able to find those streaks. We heard the listen. Him and iLLeY really starting to get going. But Ultra, I think, a little bit blessed. Never mind as well. Bance is now the last one alive on this side of the map. Well, I thought so, but Inside Clinic's going to spawn close. Shotzzy trying to do what he can to stay alive, and he does just that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a lot of other players might get picked in that spot, but Shotzzy with the movement to stay up. But the fight continues. New hard point pops. There's the clearance. Crim, Shotzzy, iLLeY all find the kills, and they're able to rebound from an unfortunate sequence there with the spawn. They get set up, and now if they can chain these 2 points together, what a massive run it could be, but Insight's giving out free haircuts.
I mean, they've chained 4 together by this point.
Yeah, true.
80 plus points off the first 2 for Ultra. Nothing since then. Couple of scrap time seconds, but Dallas Empire bounce back behind. You know, that stellar P3 hold. Vivid with a huge play at P4 around. Bus open things up, and now you see iLLeY getting aggressive. Look at those spawns for Ultra. They are 1 step ahead on Moscow.
You know you got to give this up if you're Ultra. But do they know that iLLeY is ready and waiting? Now the help's come in. You've got Vivid to work with as well. Now the pinch is going to come through. The read in from iLLeY. There's going to be the first. The second, it's a tough fight, but he's able to take it down. Still people here, but yeah, where do the spawns come in and look at it? The spawns at Old now through for Ultra, but you still have Bance set up deep. Another one-on-one against Shotzzy. Feels like we just sold this at the last hard point. Shotzzy again able to scurry away. One will spawn with Bance deep. There's still a fight for the point.
Oh, he's not going to expect that. I mean, Shotzzy does a really good job just staying alive, but who is it? Vivid's up next. Vivid versus CleanX. Advantage over to CleanX. Crim on another 5 spree, up to 18-9. The GOAT has stepped on up in this map 4.
I feel like this sequence from Bance, though, if they're able to hold, might save the game for them and get them back into it. But you've got one player up, and the spawns are so close for Empire. They've surged in. They've gotten in from the front. Looking to eclipse the 200-point mark. 7 in a row. Artillery up as Crim has dominated from that 3rd hard point. Just trying to stay up that nade. That's going to be a tough one to avoid. That'll end the streak, but you get the artillery.
Not going to avoid that one, but again, who's already ready? That's going to be Vivid in position inside that window. There is one player outside of Bance. CleanX. Bance just trying to find some scrap time. Maybe get a couple of seconds on the board, but all Empire. It's a masterclass on Moscow ever since those first couple of hills they were to bounce back from.
So what is it, like 180 to 20?
Yes.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
The streak does come through. Crim is able to take down one. That's the opening into the point. The entire spawn, right side street for Ultra, and they're going to need a break, and they're going to need a break soon. You can't quite win it here if you're Empire, but you can all but secure a map 5 if you get it done. These guys continue to go the distance as they line up for Bance and Insight. It's not enough to get them onto the point. There are still bodies here from Empire.
Somebody get a trophy down!
As the whole map is exploding, Joe.
Just spawn up and set
what
something.
Happened to that guy? God, is he okay?
Well, he's doing yoga.
It's his leg. That is not natural at all.
Yeah, well, yeah, he performs yoga.
Okay, beautiful.
Twice a week.
Well, Insight does get 2. It helps to make sure we see another hard point. But now, when you're down, what, 115 or so, you're going to have to keep them out of the point here.
That's good.
And then be flawless from 2 to 3, which is not easy to do unless they can get some streaks. I mean, does it boil down to that? Well, Empire's already at the point, so
yeah,
the break comes in quick.
If you want to come back, you got to keep them out of the hill. That's correct.
Yes, no, yeah. that's my analytical breakdown. I'm basically John Madden. Yeah, I keep it very, very
clear. Everybody brought their notepads so they get some tips from Maven.
Well, Empire looking to shut it down now. Insight looks for the break. Not going to happen. The final tick is on through as Empire dominate on Moscow. Get us to a map 5. Yes, I wanted a map 5 desperately between these squads, and here we go. But that man on your screen, when he started to light it up, they started to make the run. And yeah, from like the 3rd hard point forward, it was just lights out.
Well, look at it, right? Look at number 3. Okay, first of all, BFB, Babyface Porter, 29 kills.
Ooh.
But look at 3 and 4. You have 5 seconds on P3. You have 24 seconds on P4. Great job by Dallas Empire. It was looking scary, but they stayed disciplined, and well, Crim popped off.
Here we go, a battle for a berth in the winner's bracket final comes down to one final S&D, the map 5.
Legendary.
Coming up next.
I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. I'm legendary. You know.
is a status reserved for a select few throughout history. For those remembered for more than just a name, it's a title even kings die in vain for.
Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne.
Time gives us all one simple choice. You can be forgotten or become immortal.
You think he's done now? You think he's gonna stop here? You think you can stop aBeZy? Oh my God!
To be remembered is not enough, because anything less than legendary is failure.
Accuracy, though, they line up! They line up for accuracy and he wins it! Are you kidding? Accuracy with thighs!
Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open.
What a brilliant three-piece!
Oh, it's a shot punch. Oh no! Once again, they saved the day. Boy, oh boy, what a slaughter that was of Cammy on a bit of a tear now.
Who won it?
God dang.
Cammy! Oh my! He can't be stopped, Miles. He is too good right now.
It's gonna be a knockdown, drag out, fight to make us right.
Toronto have just taken the major. They truly are ultra and...
Who won it?
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, welcome as we are live from Los Angeles and looking to keep this one rolling. Game 5 about to be underway. Winner moves into the winner's bracket final. You are top 3. Already, the hard work you've done over the course of the 5 stages puts you in this position. 1 win, you are there. You lose, a little bit more of a gauntlet to work through.
Yeah, and you don't want to get a loser's bracket. There's just so many good teams here, right?
Yeah.
You want to keep things going, but who doesn't love a Game 5?
I love them very much.
I love them a lot.
Yes. Do you love them?
I love them.
The game's ready. Let's get this rolling. Map 5 about to get going. There is nothing better in Call of Duty than an epic Map 5. Well, maybe a Map 7 or a Map 9. Those are a little bit more wild, maybe. But the fact is, it's gone the distance. This is how we've gotten here. 1 and 4. The hard points for Empire. 2 and 3 for Ultra. And how many times have we seen this where they get it done through the 2-3-5? A chance to do it on Raid. And I'm very happy it's going to Raid, Search, and Destroy. This is a fun one to commentate. And well, it has been one where both teams have seen success, but you know, Ultra kind of wrote the script for it early in the season.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a very strong map for Toronto Ultra, but one Dallas Empire has always kind of had in their arsenal, something that they've relied on. You saw those vetoes, what it was a Moscow veto for Dallas Empire, it was a Miami veto for Toronto Ultra. What does that open up? Raid for map number 5.
Who's going to step it up on the main stage? It was a slow start for Bance. He has fired back massively, but then you get thumped in that map 4. Who's going to be hero of the map 5 as we go? Locked and loaded. Ultra, Empire, offense up first for the Ultra side, and they're going to be favoring towards B. You've got 2 quick mid-map, a quick window transition for Crim to try and get the spot. Well, he's going to get the info there on it. He's just trying to catch him if he can, but the shot comes in from Shotzzy, and they just sent it. I mean, Crim is just flying out.
Yeah, you see players going to stay alive, but you do have a one-on-one that's interesting. Vivid's going to find the timing on a Cammy. Cammy likes to play these late round flanks. Well, he's going to find one. Going to give them the 3 versus 2 advantage. iLLeY able to take down Clayster, and now it is down to Insight.
Can he clutch up? He's been this spot so many times. Not going to happen. Empire, they deny the plant. And then make the plays behind it, but there you see Crim and Shotzzy working together.
Yeah, nice round 1. They find that first blood. Shotzzy staying alive, but you know, we've seen Cammy just try to find that play time and time again where they get that bomb down towards B. It's almost Simp-like right on this map. Go for that flank through the middle of the map, through pillars towards ring. Try to make the late flank happen, but Vivid able to sniff it out.
Now, what will they bring on the offensive side? A little bit of a 2-2 split. It's aggression from Bands and Kleenex up mid-map, which we have seen from them so many times, and they have found a ton of success. But if you are Shotzzy and Empire, you certainly know to expect it. And Shotzzy has iLLeY to work with. Kleenex with the opener. The trade is there. They'll go 1-for-1 mid-map. Shotzzy wants to re-peek and shall, but he's on 3 in a row currently.
They just work through the middle, right? There's nobody low water side. They work through towards those stairs, and look at how patient they are. They're just waiting for insight. They're waiting for the full flank. iLLeY is just holding this, and while with the patience, they're able to find the pick. They know how active Ultra like to get on this map. And well, they find the opening. First, it's through water up towards middle of the stairs. Now they're just taking their time again, not allowing Cammy to make a play. Oh. He almost snaps onto the second.
But remember, if you watch the map too, what was it?
Mid-game adjustments.
Empire in control, then the mid-game adjustments for Ultra over the course of it. It's a nice little snap from iLLeY to make sure that didn't, I mean, he isn't snapped perfectly there, and we might suddenly have a 1 versus 1. So, oh, thank you. Someone said they love my hair in the crowd. That's very nice of you.
You do have
I do have a great head of hair. I do. You're not wrong.
It's probably the best bald head in the world.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. You can rub it any time. But now, we'll see if Ultra can get around on the board. As they look to fly into Laundry. Vivid, he's going to get isolated and dropped. iLLeY still in the back. Nice peek to at least take down 1, but the flurry, the fight is on. Shotzzy able to take down 1 into a 1 versus 2. He is tagged up. He's won so many of these, but the numbers in the position there from Ultra, and it is a massive round victory.
And it's similar, well, it's kind of the opposite of what we saw in map number 2. On the Ultra side, they're trying to play with aggression. On the Dallas Empire side, they're playing very slow, right? Allowing Ultra to come towards them on that defensive round. Empire just trying to get those trades efficient towards back Laundry. Not able to happen, though. The teamwork coming out for Toronto Ultra. So it comes down to that 1v1, but Insight just had him. Shotzzy, so weak.
Just take me to a round 11. Let's get it there. It's again, mid-map aggression. And of course, it's Bands and Kleenex just flying on forward. There's only gonna be 1 person here this time. You have help in Arc, but not quite the same stack we saw last time through. It's Vivid just trying to get out. The wallbang's coming in. And what was it? Shotzzy and iLLeY in that position last time. Completely different setup. But now to Inside's POV, the first bloods were massive. In the map too, he's looking to find more here.
Vivid's trying to stay alive. The nade hits. Crim was trying to help him out. Look at them, just soaring in the middle of the map with that aggression.
They're like hyenas.
Just flying at him.
I don't know much about hyenas, but I feel like they fly at stuff.
Are they in Toronto?
It's their national animal.
I thought they were squirrels.
Yes. The Ottawa hyenas.
Well, they're in Toronto. That's a different.
Yeah, that's very different. I actually don't know where any of those cities are in Canada, if I'm completely honest with you. I have no clue. It's a very big country. But now to 2-2 we go. Can Insight be the hero again? iLLeY getting a lot of information on the cross. They want to send it, bring it. iLLeY puts 1 down, first blood Empire.
I don't think he had any help with that. I don't know if a nade hit, but that. Okay, with the ARs, the Krags, look at the aggression through the middle of the map. They find 2 picks, and now it's a 2-on-4. And they're like, all right, we're out, peace. We'll see you later. We're not going to allow this to happen. We're all going to go to the kitchen, make a nice meal.
Yeah, they got like a flying bee going.
It's going to be a beautiful night, yeah.
You see them soaring together? That was impressive.
Coach Bombay.
Yep, they'll get set up in the back. We'll see if Insight and Kleenex can work a bit of Ultra magic. But they're all going to be here. Insight just gets the spots. He's going to need a beam harder than he's ever beamed before. There's going to be the first. Now down to a 2 versus 3. With 40 to go, and you feel good. You got away with 1 clean. The next one is the big one. Usually, if it collapses, that is where it starts. Shotzzy, I mean, he hits him down. The 96 just connects with a bullet. And the wide peak is there. He gives it up for a second, and he will pay. Now down to Kleenex. It'd be a 1 versus 3, but Empire, they're grouped up. They close it out. I'll tell you what, if Insight held that edge and caught the Crim peak, that might go a whole hell of a lot differently.
How different is Empire in this map compared to map 2? Because I tell you what, in map 2, if they had a 4v2, they were just flying, just trying to find those gunfights. You can see as this series has gotten longer, the more pressure is on. A little bit nervous, just staying together, playing their numbers.
Lead. Back to Empire. Triple positive is iLLeY. Screw that glass.
He doesn't want it. It's in his way.
Yeah. If you look at the minimap, of course, it's Bans and Cleanex. Working up again, different setup though from Empire. And you just have so many decisions to make if you're Bans and Cleanex in that spot.
Now, did Bans and Cleanex spot Vivid though? That's really the question. Do they know his position? Because Vivid is kind of the key here. We saw what Cammy was trying to do in that round number 1. Vivid's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to set up a wide flank. The play just kind of comes down to him, and he's giving them the info. Hey, there's nothing towards A. There could be people in art. They have to be careful as Bomb's starting to swing. iLLeY's over towards driveway. But with Vivid's position, they're going to try and get this bomb down. It's just, when did the adjustments come in? There we go. Ultra starting to take this away. They're starting to move up towards driveway already. I do not know if iLLeY's going to be ready for this. He's not. Vivid, he's just, oh, what a gunfight and win to force a 3-on-3. Now another late flank from Crim. Crim just stayed towards bedroom side. He's got another 1-on-1 in the middle of the map. Vivid again with another gunfight. We're into a 2-on-2.
30 to go. Insight and Bans for Shotzzy and Vivid.
When you don't have an AR on the side of Dallas side, right? You have Insight. You can play these longer angles.
I don't know if it matters if you're Shotzzy. You're hitting it. The chow comes in. Vivid wins another huge one. Insight for the 412th time in this series. Last alive. Just not enough time.
Give him the ace. Give it to him.
10 seconds left to go.
Give it to him.
I didn't see who got the final one, but what a round.
He did.
What a round. What was the biggest one for you? Is it that snap, that second
shot
kill?
right there to make it into a 3-on-3. And you know, that just allows them to get the numbers. Then he's looking over his teammates. He still have health right there. Vivid, that was a confident round out of that young man.
Well, when you saw it from, we saw the Ultra's POV, like it looks like Vivid is dead, but you see the snap there, and it is a thing of beauty. What a round from Vivid. Is now 2 rounds separate these squads. The ace from Vivid, you see the 4 streak, a thing of absolute perfection. Can Ultra now answer? This is around that mark. It was, what, 3-1 in the game 2 where they started to really make the adjustments and bring it back. Can they do it again here? Is Cleanex right up the gut? He's got Bans to work with. That's iLLeY backing it up for now. And iLLeY is using all that utility, playing for the information. Vivid just wants to go after the ace. Just hold him back with a leash. Man wants to fly and fry. But he'll play it patient with his squad as the bomb gets planted.
This starts with Shotzzy for me. You're waiting on Shotzzy and Crim to hit towards the middle of the map. Can they get a pick on the blue vein? If that happens, that's when the collapse is coming on through. Who can find the first kill? This is huge. All right, here we go. Collapse time now for Dallas Empire. 3 versus 4 using their numbers. They're staying alive. 20 seconds left. Insight, though, able to find one. It's Cammy and Insight, and why not? With the numbers advantage, the shots on point. Crim, Vivid staying alive, and that was beautiful on a Dallas Empire.
What a remarkable, remarkable retake. And yeah, first I thought Shotzzy saw some toes. Now he got an angle of the whole body as he was trying to stay up. But the collapse there, the timing, the comms, everything on point from Empire. 1 more round, and they've got a date in the winner's bracket final.
Remember, loser today plays OpTic Chicago. You know, both of these teams had some recent matchups with them.
Sure have. The crowd's starting to get behind Ultra, but will that be enough? They're going to have to rip off 4 straight.
Oh, they're going for it. They're going for the jugular right through the middle of the map. That does not happen.
Oh, no, it's the reverse jugular squeeze as they just get dropped.
That's a counter
knocked
right
out. It happened so fast, the game wasn't ready to update it with the round count. Just smoked is Ultra. Stay in it.
That is a let's put them away, boys, right there from Dallas Empire. Let's hit the middle of the map. And, well, Ultra, they were ready for it.
Yeah, certainly were. Round by round. They are all too familiar with how the comebacks can happen. Can they do it here? They got to keep it going with the offense. It's out towards A. The lone man here really going to be iLLeY. And yeah, they've got it wide open. Everybody backing up now for Empire. They were good on the retake last time. Bit different of a scenario.
Yeah, you don't have anybody on the flank. It's going to be a 4-man hit towards back laundry. Bomb being planted. Trophy is down. But it's going to be all about these openers. Cammy almost finds one on iLLeY.
Big first blood.
able to take down Crim.
He had 5 HP.
And I think they know. They were so fast. They know that they are all here, but Shotzzy somehow makes this into a 2-on-2.
What in the world? 30
the young
to go.
phenoms again against Cammy and Insight, and now they're trying to fake them out. Did they go through the middle of the map? And look at this, Insight, he repositions Blue Van. Does that give him the timing? I think it does. Shotzzy able to make this into a 1-on-1.
Cammy! King Cammy keeps Ultra in it.
Woo, that was close.
Oh, I need a defibrillator.
I don't know what he did to make that into a 2-on-2, but I mean, that's just Shotzzy doing Shotzzy things, but it's 2 quick rounds now for Ultra to make this into a 5-4.
What was that round? Give me more of it. Round 10 now. Ultra needed 4 straight. 2 are done. The first blood so important. Who will find the opener? Insight has been crucial in these spots, but now we haven't seen a lot of action towards B.
Look at Cammy right now. Cammy's in it. He's just been lurking this entire time, but he's not gonna know Vivid's there. No! Vivid's already passed. And they saw the ring control, so Empire, they just go to B. Now, can Vivid stay alive towards basketball? Look at his position. That forces them to go towards money and cutout. You're into a 3-on-4. You have Crim all the way in the spawn. The hit gonna come through the middle of the stairs. It's gonna be CleanX and Bance, the SMG duo, able to make this into a 3-on-3. But Shotzzy stirring up the cocktail, able to make this a 2 versus 3.
They catch him though, 2v2. Can they do it? Can they get the 3-on-4 retake to push it to around 11? Just over 20 seconds on the clock. The wall bang in, Insight with the Insight, and the last guy is dropped. 3 in a row to get it to around 11. Unbelievable from Ultra.
I mean, iLLeY's just shouldering bomb right there. He cannot get down enough. The read's on point. Shotzzy, he's just trying to throw his shoulder out. He gets caught, but it's this shot right here. He's just waiting for the shoulder, and he sees it. It's an X-ray vision. Well, Crim's thinking, I gotta check bomb. Here we go, round 11.
We take a look at the spread. You know, Empire feeling it now. Oh, that one, that's a fastball right by the left ear. He is hit weak. He will get dropped. iLLeY takes care of it, but Insight, the equalizer, into a 3v3 we go, and now a bit of a standstill as it all slows down in this round 11.
Again, it's after the first blood. Who is it? It's the subs getting caught for Empire. Similar to last round, but they're going to find a freebie through the middle of the map. Give them the round advantage. Insight, though, he's worked up. I don't know if they know he's in this position. Insight.
Sneaky, sneaky.
The rookie for Ultra trying to make the play. Bomb going to be planted.
Hello!
He's going to make it into 2-on-2. The same scenario we had last round, but iLLeY's going to find a kill. It's all about the time. Crim and iLLeY going to try to make him to work that defuse.
Insight. One of the best rookies you will ever see. Now with all the pressure against him on 12 and 6, on 4 in a row, but now has to clutch up, and it will not happen. Empire survive.
iLLeY getting fired up. What a round 11 out of him. What a raid, search and destroy out of him and Shotzzy. Both drop 11 kills. They find the first blood. They take the bomb away from him. And man, was it dicey. But they get it done.
Woo! They needed 4 in a row. Ultra just come up a round short, but what a heroic run it was. But Empire simply too strong. They close it out as Insight. Once again, how many times was he last alive through the 2 search and destroys? But it's iLLeY with the spot, iLLeY with the shots, and Empire. I want to say they won. It just feels like they got away with one. Like, honestly, like how that was going, like they survived. You just got to take a breath after that one, as these matchups between these 2 teams over the last couple of months, just game 5, thriller after thriller.
Well, there you see it, right? I mean, 11 from Shotzzy, 11 from iLLeY, 12 from Insight. It was a back and forth battle. But Dallas Empire in that round 11, they knew exactly what they wanted. It was right from the get-go. They hit 4 hit B. You get Vivid inside of Tiki. They find that first blood. Ultra just trying to fly down those mid stairs. And that's where they get scrappy, but instead they get caught.
And, you know, we've seen Cammy play in different positions on that site, and unfortunately, just he's thinking maybe I can catch one, just not prepared for how far it gets pushed up. It is just a crazy, crazy round. Hello, we're back. I was enjoying the view, but I'm more speaking to like the round before that they had to clutch up in the 3v4. The fact that they're able to get it there, like after you're put in that spot in a 3v4 to clutch up in that position, you should never win a 3v4 when that is the situation.
It'd be tough. Yeah, no, it shouldn't happen.
It happens,
I mean, there's
but like you
some
shouldn't.
mistakes, right? I mean, that's just them getting caught at sometimes. I think it was really Vivid and Shotzzy at times forcing Criminality to have to try to win that round. But it comes down to that round 11, and it's the ARs again who go big.
That was special. That was a whole lot of fun, and that's just our first match of the day. We've got 3 more to continue on today, but now let's talk a little bit just about these 2 teams while we probably wait for an interview to get ready. If you're Empire, you're 1 step closer to defending the throne, right? You won it in the inaugural season. You're trying to do it again here. For Ultra, you've been familiar with these losers runs. You've done it time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, you know, slow first couple of maps. I mean, you have to work on those hard points, right? I think that's the key. When they're around 50 and 50 in hard point, that's when they are dangerous. And now you're dropping the losers bracket and you're playing OpTic, which I think they are very confident against that team.
Yeah.
But it's always, what if OpTic finally respond? I mean, should be a great match later on tonight.
Well, the man fired up at the end of it. The man with the final kill. He was sensational throughout the course of that best of 5. It was iLLeY. We've got him on the main stage with Jess.
Thank you so much, Maven. That's right. We are here on the main stage for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Put your hands together for iLLeY. Congratulations on that win. I mean, you fixed up your hard point, got right back into the match. How happy are you with the way the team is playing right now?
I'm really happy. Obviously, there's some things we got to go back and fix, and we will fix them. But yeah, if you're gonna win champs, you got to clutch up. That's how it always is. So we just came out with the ice today.
You guys are such a strong team, so talented, and you have won so much. But do you feel like you're being underrated at all? Oh yeah, no, for sure. We won champs last year. There's a reason we won champs. It's not luck. And yeah, we're being underrated, but it's all good. I honestly like being the underdog. I like showing everyone what we're capable of, and we're going to show everyone what we're capable of this weekend. Well, and everyone does love to root for an underdog. My final question, you're waiting for the winner of FaZe Subliners to find out who you're going to play. Is there a matchup that you like better? No, it doesn't really matter to me. They're both good teams, and I just can't wait to play. Beautifully said. Well, thank you so much. Once again, this has been your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight with iLLeY. Back on over to Maven.
He's feeling confident, man. And yeah, it's like as good as they've been as of late and the runs they've made, yes, they're still the underdog here when you consider the Røkkr win and how FaZe have been all year. But I think anyone doubting them and their chance to do this is out of their minds. Like if you watch champs last year and the preparation they did, it's what we've been waiting for all year. Bit by bit, they're getting closer again.
This is what they do. They win a match, and then guess what? You know, maybe they scrim a little bit more today, but it's all about the homework, right? They know exactly what they need to do. They focus on those breakoffs. They give them some early momentum, and, well, they clutch up in that game number 5.
That was fun.
It was.
That was a whole lot of fun. Now we're going to check out our Scump play of the game. It's going to be early in the series. It's going to be a Shotzzy moment, as it was the hard points that got them there, right? They get to the map 5 behind the hard points, and this was the crazy sequence where Shotzzy somehow stayed alive, looked to seal the deal. Just unbelievable movement and plays. I thought he was dead about 7 times over that sequence.
Yeah, I mean, him and Vivid just able to break on through. You just don't want to feed streaks there, and they don't. He gets his own streaks, and, well, he blows up the entire map and wins map 1.
It's a banger to kick off day 2 of playoffs. Don't go anywhere. The action continues on after this break.
I'm legendary. Yeah. You know. Yeah. I'm legendary. You know. Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne. Up from the ground, and out of the gates.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to CDL Playoffs Day number 2. And how about the way that we start off the day? An absolute banger that goes down to a Game 5. Round 11. You could not ask for better, and it's only the start of day number 2. Let's go and take a look at how our bracket is currently shaping up here for championship weekend. As Empire now wait in the wings for the winner of FaZe versus Subliners. And we've still got some excellent games still going down in that elimination bracket. Ultra versus OpTic, one thing to think about as well. But guys, we got to talk about this one. Obviously, Lado, Study, and Nameless here on the desk for you guys. My goodness, what a game that was. I mean, I'm going to add to you guys now for the reactions in terms of the way you feel that this one went. I feel like, you know, we were in the green room, we were reacting to this series. It felt like it was Dallas to start. Then it looked like it was Toronto's game to lose. I mean, just talk to me, Stud. How'd you feel about that this one went down?
Jesus Christ, man. That was a great series. I know the crowd, they have to be feeling it as well, man, because you got to be sitting at the edge of your seats for one of those matches right there. From start to finish, it was great. Dallas Empire, they dominated, at least took over both the hard points. We saw Toronto, they were able to take that game 2. They take the game 3 as well. But all the way to around 11, it all came down to just the positioning of where Insight was. He picks up that first kill. Once his teammate drops a 2v1, it's really difficult when you have that bedroom patrol. There's no way they were going to mess that up twice in a row.
That's Champs Call of Duty, baby. That was insane. I checked my watch. It was like 110 beats per second. I was like, what is going on here? I'm way too hyped. But yeah, I mean, back and forth throughout the entire series. You look at Empire and the hard points, they were absolutely spectacular. Shotzzy throughout the series. I mean, the guy was sitting at a 1.23 overall. He was just going off throughout it. And you get some big pickups on a player like Vivid who got going in that Game 5 S&D. Yeah. They look damn good, man. I got to say, called that one.
I like that, man. I like that. I like how the beats per minute is still going up, despite maybe not being on the stage. But yeah. I guess it affects in a similar way. But guys, let's say round 11 again. Kind of go back and forth on this one. I mean, just kind of instant reactions to this crazy end.
Yeah, so right here, it literally just starts when Insight picks up that kill, iLLeY immediately answers with the trade. And with 35 seconds, the bomb being planted at B, if you have better control, it's going to be really difficult for this guy to try to clutch this one.
And you could tell, like, Dallas this round, they're like, okay, we can't do what we did the round prior to that, right? And this was a tough round for them. Yeah. They had 3 players around Waterside just laying down, watching every single corner, waiting for Ultra to make a mistake, and then they creep up Water Stairs and they find Bance, which I think was basically what sealed the round for them in the end. So big pickup by Dallas Empire, staying composed after almost getting, what, 4 or 5 rounds in a row to lose that map? That would have been ridiculous.
Yeah, I was asking you guys, I'm like, wait, that was 5-2, right? 5-2. Just in case, so we know in terms of what that comeback could have been, but it stays as a moment that could have been for the Ultra. And now on topic with that, I want to ask you guys too, how does this now affect OpTic, right? Because we were thinking back and forth, are they going to face Dallas? Are they going to face Ultra? Now somewhat of a familiar territory. We've seen them face off against Ultra, what? I mean, at least 5-6 times, maybe? 4 I mean, in terms of how this kind of plays out, I mean, Stud, how do you think that this impacts OpTic's tournament now moving forward?
I think this is OpTic's worst nightmare. You have yet to beat these guys. The only time you beat them is when they had methods on the team. Yeah. That's all the way back in stage 1. Ever since they picked up Insight, it's been a 3-1 or a 3-2. And the way that Toronto always get it done is through the search and destroys. They're 6-1 versus OpTic. If you cannot beat them in that game mode, you're not going to stand a chance at beating them here.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly, buddy. Like, you got to win the search and destroy. So we've been saying it this entire time with OpTic Chicago, going up against Ultra. They've gotten there very close before. If you remember that raid, that Game 5, round 11, they had an opportunity and they weren't able to do it. So this is a true test for them. If they're going to win this tournament, they were going to run into this issue at some point. Yeah. And here it is right here early on. They got to do it.
Yeah, without a doubt. As we mentioned, it's the elimination bracket. You have no life remaining. A lot of things to be thinking about. But one thing that we have to think about is the match that we actually have coming up next, which is going to be our Game Fuel marquee match. It is NYSL taking on the Atlanta FaZe, and a match that also is going to be incredibly exciting to watch. And one thing that we've been talking about a lot is what NYSL's record with this roster. They're the only team that has a positive record versus this team. It's the first time we'll watch all 4 of these guys for NYSL face off against the Atlanta boys on LAN. And how do they keep this positive record going if you're New York?
It's got to be Clayster, man. I look at this guy, and in stage 3 when they made their run, he had a 1.14 KD in hardpoint. He was top 4 overall. He had the most damage per hardpoint when they were on that 9-0 run. He was just dominant as that AR player. So going into this series, having the most experience in a tournament like Champs, you look at Clayster to step up, go off here, and also be that in-game leader for these guys. Because remember, in their first series right there, when he got back on the squad, Asim was going off with the SMG, right? And that's definitely because the pressure was taken off him from being that leader. Clay came back in, it was easier for everyone. So I'm looking at Clay to go big in and out of game.
Yeah, for me, I think it's going to be the battle of the SMG. So I'm looking at HyDra and Asim specifically on the side of NYSL. The reason why is because HyDra, ever since he's entered this roster, when he goes up against Atlanta, especially in hard points, that's where we really see him shine. And then also on the other side for Asim, it's not really in the hard points. The guy's gonna be like, you know, a Benjamin Bance out there just picking up easy kills left and right, putting himself in better positions. But where he really shines is in search and destroy. When he's playing with no hesitation to his game, that is when he's really strong, especially in search and destroy. When he starts with that first blood, shutting down at least a part of the Tiny Terrors, that is when you see a lot of success.
Yeah, without question, Clay having his signature pretty much all over this series in a number of different ways. But now I'm gonna pose it to you guys. Obviously, like we mentioned, it's our Game Fuel marquee match. Which way are we leaning? Are we going with Atlanta FaZe, or are we going with the new look New York Subliners now with Clay? Ant, I'll start with you.
I'm going 3-1 FaZe. I think they're coming out here. I mean, we interviewed Simp earlier today, and what did he say? He said, we are winning this event. So I think they get it in a 3-1 win.
For me, you know I'm sticking with New York.
I was gonna say, I don't think I had to question it, but
they've got it done twice. It's a 2-on-1 record with this four, with Clayster and HyDra, Asim and Mack. That is their team. So I'm going all the way into Game 5. New York gonna clutch up once again.
All right. Well, like I said, I wasn't too surprised by the New York pick, and also at the same time, for Nameless, I'm not too surprised by Atlanta myself. We've got a split desk, and it's not surprising. I'm sure we probably might even have a split crowd as well. But folks, we talk about ways to win. Obviously, we're thinking who's going to walk away with this. But you folks in the crowd, you guys watching at home, you have the ability to win as well. Tune in on Championship Sunday for the chance to receive Vanguard beta codes as well as a sneak peek at Vanguard multiplayer. We're super excited to see it. We still have to wrap things up here in Cold War, but we are so excited for what is upon us next season. Alrighty, folks, we've got our next match just moments away. It is going to be the New York Subliners taking on the Atlanta FaZe and our Game Fuel marquee match. You do not want to miss it, as we've got that ready to go after this break.
You know, I'm legendary. You know, let's go. Out of the dust.